The Mirror Within: How Psychology Shapes Beauty, Handsomeness, and the Body Over Time. Beauty beyond the surface. Beauty is often treated as a static trait, something you're born with, sculpted by genetics and polished by grooming. But in truth, beauty is a dynamic interplay between perception, personality, and emotional health. It's not just about symmetry or skin tone. It's about the story your body tells, the energy you emit, and the emotional truth etched into your face over time. This article explores how psychological perception affects beauty and handsomeness, and how your actions, personality, and emotional state can either enhance or erode your physical appearance. We'll dive into the science of stress, the social psychology of attraction, and the long-term toll of emotions like hatred, depression, and self-loathing. And we'll offer a hopeful roadmap for reclaiming beauty through healing, kindness, and emotional integrity. Part I: The Psychology of Perceived Beauty. Beauty as a social signal. Humans are wired to read faces. From infancy, we scan expressions for safety, warmth, and trust. As adults, we continue to interpret beauty not just through features, but through emotional cues. Warmth and kindness soften the face, making someone appear more approachable and attractive. Confidence and joy brighten the eyes and lift the posture, signaling vitality. Cruelty or arrogance can harden features, making even symmetrical faces seem cold or repellent. This is why someone with average features can be seen as stunning when they radiate love, and why someone conventionally attractive can seem ugly when they're cruel or manipulative. Beauty is not just seen, it's felt. The halo effect and emotional contagion. Psychologists call this the halo effect, when one positive trait like kindness influences how we perceive unrelated traits like physical beauty. Emotional contagion also plays a role. When someone smiles genuinely, we tend to smile back, creating a feedback loop of warmth and attraction. In relationships, this effect deepens. A partner who listens, supports, and uplifts you becomes more beautiful over time. Their face becomes associated with safety and joy. Conversely, a partner who belittles or betrays you may begin to look harsh or distorted, even if their features haven't changed. Part 2: When personality turns physical. The toll of toxic emotions. Negative emotions don't just affect perception, they leave physical marks. Chronic stress, anger, and self-loathing can reshape your body in subtle but powerful ways. Stress hormones like cortisol break down collagen and elastin, leading to premature aging, wrinkles, sagging skin, and dullness. Anger and resentment cause muscle tension, especially in the jaw, brow, and neck. Over time, this creates a hardened or scowling appearance. Depression and self-loathing often lead to poor sleep, low energy, and neglect of self-care, resulting in dark circles, weight changes, and a withdrawn demeanor. Hatred and bitterness can affect facial expressions long-term, etching frown lines and a closed-off posture that others interpret as unattractive. These changes aren't just cosmetic, they reflect the body's internal struggle. Overexposure to stress hormones disrupts digestion, immunity, and cardiovascular health, which further impacts skin clarity, hair growth, and overall vitality. The face as a canvas of emotion. Think of the face as a canvas. Every emotion leaves a brushstroke. Joy lifts the cheeks and opens the eye. Grief hollows the eyes and tightens the mouth. Rage furrows the brow and clenches the jaw. Shame lowers the gaze and collapses the posture. Over time, these expressions become habitual. The face learns to hold certain emotions, even when the person isn't consciously feeling them. This is why long-term emotional healing can visibly transform someone's appearance. They're literally retraining their face to reflect peace instead of pain. Part 3: The Biology of Beauty and Stress. Cortisol, inflammation, and aging. Cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, is essential in short bursts, but chronic elevation wreaks havoc. It increases inflammation, which contributes to acne, eczema, and puffiness. It impairs collagen production, leading to fine lines and sagging. It disrupts sleep cycles, which affects skin repair and energy levels. It can cause weight gain, especially around the face and midsection, altering body proportions. Studies show that people under chronic stress age faster, not just in appearance but at the cellular level. Telomeres, the protective caps on DNA, shorten more quickly, accelerating biological aging. Depression and the body shutdown. Depression affects the body like a slow shutdown. Reduced serotonin and dopamine levels lead to low energy and motivation. Appetite changes can cause weight loss or gain. Sleep disturbances affect skin, mood, and cognition. Neglect of hygiene and grooming can compound the visual effects. Even posture changes, slumped shoulders, lowered gaze, signal emotional pain and affect how others perceive you. The body becomes a mirror of the mind. Part 4. Self-loathing and the war within. Internalized shame and its physical echo. Self-loathing is one of the most corrosive emotional states. It often stems from trauma, rejection, or chronic invalidation. Over time, it creates a feedback loop. You feel unworthy, you neglect self-care, your appearance suffers, you feel more unworthy. This cycle can lead to visible deterioration, brittle hair, dull skin, poor posture, and a lack of vitality. But more than that, it affects how you carry yourself. People who feel ugly often shrink, hide, or avoid eye contact, behaviors that reinforce others' negative perceptions. The role of social mirrors. We don't just see ourselves, we see ourselves through others. If you're surrounded by people who shame, belittle, or ignore you, it's easy to internalize their view. This is why healing often requires new social mirrors, people who reflect back your worth, beauty, and potential. In healthy relationships, you begin to see yourself differently. You stand taller. You smile more. You take care of your body not out of vanity, but out of love. And slowly, your appearance begins to shift, not because you changed your features, but because you changed your story. Part V. Healing as a beauty ritual. Emotional wellness and physical renewal. Healing isn't just psychological, it's physiological. When you begin to process trauma, release resentment, and cultivate self-compassion, your body responds. Skin clears as inflammation decreases. Eyes brighten with better sleep and emotional clarity. Posture improves as confidence grows. Facial expressions soften, making you appear more open and attractive. This transformation isn't about chasing beauty. It's about reclaiming your body as a site of truth, joy, and connection. Practices that restore beauty. Here are some emotional wellness practices that have tangible effects on appearance. Therapy and journaling to process emotions and rewrite internal narratives. Mindfulness and breathwork to regulate stress and improve circulation. Movement and dance to reconnect with the body and release tension. Loving relationships that reflect back your worth and help you feel seen. These practices don't just make you look better, they make you feel better. And that feeling radiates outward, transforming how others perceive you. Part 6. Metaphors of transformation. Let's imagine a character named Liz, a woman who once believed she was ugly. Raised in an environment of criticism and neglect, she internalized shame like a second skin. Her posture curled inward. Her eyes dimmed. Her face held the tension of years of self-loathing. But one day, Liz met a family who saw her differently. They welcomed her with warmth, listened without judgment, and celebrated her quirks. Slowly, she began to unfurl. Her laughter returned. Her skin glowed. Her body softened. She started painting again, images of light, kindness, and rebirth. Liz didn't get a makeover. She got a mirror, one that reflected her true beauty. And in that reflection, she found herself. Part 7. Final Reflections. Beauty is not a fixed trait. It's a living story written on the body, shaped by emotion, relationship, and self-perception. Your personality and emotional health don't just influence how others see you, they sculpt your physical form over time. If you've ever felt ugly because of how you were treated or how you felt inside, know this: beauty can be reclaimed. Through healing, kindness, and emotional integrity, you can transform not just your appearance, but your entire presence.